What do you think people need to know about the possibility of data breaches? So compare TikTok to other apps. Are there extra security risks? Are there extra security measures people should take? Or is it pretty much the same risk across all apps and games?
We talked about this many times. Kim and we've done deep dives into trying to figure out what systems we could implement to save our children from pornography and from child predators. And in doing those deep dives, a lot of technologies have been revealed to us that are being used by our own companies, our US companies. And the honest truth, and boy, I'm going to get into trouble for saying this, it was the US that taught the rest of the world how to spy. Yeah, I'm going to get into trouble for this one. But we invented the key technologies. We invented the idea of building incredible server farms and this idea that we need information in order to win wars. The whole US government and the strength of the US Army, Navy, Marines, and all of the different divisions is all about logistics. And the US government realized years ago, especially after World War II, going into the 50s, they had to get logistics right, which required computers. That's why they started to build computer systems. And then they realized for national defense, they needed computer systems to prevent the Soviets from being able to get ICBM missiles into our airspace undetected. So for that, they had to create radar installations that then had to be networked together. That started creating the first internet. And all of this came about because we needed to protect our airspace, because we had a reason to create these systems. So what's funny is that those systems came about because we defensively needed to create a network to protect this country. That started the original internet and all the way up till today. I am going very fast and I'm leaving out a million facts. But this is the deal. The amount of creativity and my love for the Chinese people from being in China so many times in my early part of my career in order to get video boards made. They truly are incredible at actually getting a job done. If you tell them to do something, they will go and they will make it happen. And they are much better at doing that than we are here in the United States. They are very good at doing what they're told and getting stuff done. They're very good at building railroads. They might not have the same finish that we do. They might actually make tofu things, in other words, things that fall down. But when I think of Chinese dedication, the Chinese purpose to try to succeed, and they're wanting to be respected around the world, in the world order, I appreciate China's position. Very much so. You have to appreciate it in order for us to figure out a way to not go to war with China in the future over resources. So ultimately, I want everyone to know that if you really want all of this to work out, then we have to get real about this. China is a superpower. It is today the world's largest overall economy, and it ultimately is something that America will deal with. Do I think China can outperform our creativity? No, not today. But tomorrow, sure. Because Americans don't realize that American ingenuity and American know-how and the American flex, this idea that America can do anything, is really based out of our education, our social systems, our environment, and our communities. We have designed America to output the type of things that we like. All countries do this. It's social engineering. So when you think about it, America right now really puts out a very independent-minded individual, that feels very inclined to criticize their government, extremely free to express themselves, and also does many entitled things that other people around the world would never dream of doing because they wouldn't feel they are allowed to do these things. So Americans feel very entitled compared to the rest of the world. And that's based on our freedom. That's based on us being able to have all of this. So what I'm really trying to get at, and it's so simple, is our system is pretty awesome because what we've created is individuals that create individual items, and these items are what created the newest technologies on planet Earth. And the reason America is so successful at creating innovation has been the fact that it's allowed people to dream. And the problem China has is it's stifling people's dreams right now. However, if China changed governments and stopped stifling innovation and dreams and allowed people to really have freedom of thought, then China would be unbeatable. So I want Americans to really understand that we are in an existential threat and fight. This is not me making up stuff. And we can't just keep giving away our intellectual property to another country. And so putting our foot down with TikTok is probably to some a very harsh activity, but to me, it was needed because we needed to do something that was very public to say enough and to say, you have to open your markets up to us. I hope I've explained it, and I hope you will give me the grace of realizing I'm not trying to impose anything on anyone here, and I'm not trying to tell you how to think. I'm just trying to teach through information how complex these situations are, and they're not easy to solve. They're much more complicated than that. So if you have any comments or any suggestions, I would love to hear from you. We really do read the comments because you know what? I learn from you. And most importantly, if any of you can direct us or feed us more information to help us save children and protect children or come up with new technologies, we also would like to hear from you. Thank you.